Greetings. Okay, so this is going to be a reading. It's kind of piggybacking off of the message that I posted, a message about the expendables, because that was supposed to be a reading, but, excuse me, I completely just went off and it was nothing to do with cards. So I am going to pull cards though, and yeah, if you didn't sit through that or you didn't even watch it, if this is a message of spirit is still trying to get to you, I'm going to repeat the message, the vision, the download that I received from spirit, from God, about those that feel like expendables, those that feel like they're overlooked, those that feel rejected, those that feel overlooked. So for you, if this is for you, you'll know it'll be a revelation or a confirmation for you, okay? So the vision that I received while I was sitting with God and I was asking a question and kind of feeling like just at a place right now where I'm at, what am I supposed to be doing? Am I doing the right thing? Am I in the right direction? You know, and Spirit showed me a vision. It kind of looked like the Eight of Cups in the Angel of Wisdom Tarot, but only instead of it being a man in his house looking outside of the door, it looked like someone that was in the woods or the forest or something. And this person was like standing by themselves and they were kind of looking like they were alone. And Spirit was like giving me the feeling, I felt the feeling and the impression, the energy of someone that felt rejected. And what I received was that those that feel like they're by themselves and they feel rejected, it is to bring them closer to God, is to bring them closer to the light. When you're casted out, when you're alone, that is a moment where you can see things in a way that you never saw, because you don't have the distractions around you. You're not pulled into everything in everybody's world and situations. You're not caught up in that. You're not distracted. So that door was available, and what Spirit is saying, that this was an advantage because I'm showing you this door that in other case, or in whatever, otherwise no one else would be able to see, because everybody is caught up and they're looking at one thing. They're looking at, in the eyes of the ego, they're looking at things in the flesh. They're looking at it from what society says is normal, what society says is trendy, what society says is cool or uncool, or what's beautiful. And they're looking at that one thing. And you don't necessarily fit into those things. You might be physically beautiful or handsome. You might appear to be normal or like them, but there's still something that makes you quite different. And you may have tried the methods that everybody else has tried in certain ways, try to live like this, dress like this, talk like this, you know, do things in the way that everyone else does, even if it's in the spiritual community. Spirit is saying, because the spiritual community, the whole spirituality thing is very trendy, it's very popular. Some people capitalize off of utilizing and spirituality as some type of trend, and it works for some people. Yeah, it might work. It's popular. It's no longer this taboo anymore. So for those that are not into the trend of things, and they're actually a little bit truly what they call the new age, is people that are of the new way. They're not doing things like everybody else. See, we think that tarot and all of that is new. It's not new. Crystals, it's not new. It's been around for many decades, years and centuries. This stuff is nothing new. Candle magic and astrology, but it's only how we tap into it, because spirituality has also become a kind of like where people can say, oh no, you're doing it wrong. Let's use the tarot for instance, because I get some backlash every now and then about how I read the tarot. Oh, that's not right. Oh, you shouldn't be adding this. One of the funny ones that I received latest funny comment that I received was that tarot has nothing to do with the Bible and you shouldn't be talking about the Bible. And I had to break that shit down to that person like, back up, excuse me. The tarot in itself had connections to the church. And one of my sisters can break the whole connection to the church and the history of that whole thing before it was demonized. It was really a game. It was a playing game, a card game. But the symbolism in the card, because I'm pretty aware of certain biblical symbolisms, and I find and have found significant symbolism of the Holy Bible in connection to the tarot. One of those being the High Priestess card, where it depicts the Temple of Solomon with the Boaz, and I think it's it's not Jericho, but those two pillars that you see, the black and white pillar, that is the Temple of Solomon that the High Priestess is sitting in, which was one of the first temples, if not the first temple, dedicated to worship God. Then you have the Wheel of Fortune, which has different aspects of the four-headed angel in the book of Revelations, and I think they're depicted in another vision. But you have the four heads. On one end, it's the cherub, the man. Then one is the ox, one is the lion, and one is the eagle. When you add it together, it's one angel with four faces. So that's what that represents. And it's also depicted in the world card as well. Then you have another biblical depiction with the judgment card showing the trumpet call for the resurrection of the dead in the book of Revelations. So, and I feel like I'm missing one, but long story short, there's lots of symbolism in connection to that. So when people, oh, that's demonic, or, oh, how can you be into tarot, or you need to leave the Bible out of the tarot because that's completely different and we're way past religion. But nobody, like, people just be talking out of their ass and they don't research shit. So it makes them look goofy. But anyway, these things are nothing new. And what's new is that you can take these things, and as a mystic, you resonate and you connect with it in your own unique way, in a way that nobody can tell you. See, the thing is, if you relate to the story of Christ, he was a mystic. The Pharisees were the religious folks, the people that tell you, oh, this is right, this is wrong, and what you're doing, because it doesn't make sense to us. We're so used to this gotta be this way. This is tradition. This is how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to read it like this. You're supposed to read the guidebook. And yes, the books and the structure, they are relevant. But some things are within the self, within the soul. Things that cannot be only restricted to man-made rules, if that makes sense. And I'm not talking about unruly behavior and deviant behavior and trying to explain it away with spirituality. That is not what I'm saying. What Jesus did was he healed people. And when he healed people, they said, how can you do that? It doesn't make sense. So we're going to criticize you. We're going to demonize you. And then we're going to find a way to crucify you because you're doing things in a way that doesn't make sense. To me, in all honesty, I think they were jealous of him, to be honest, because you're doing things in a way that we're not used to. It's completely different. You're going out of the norm of what we do and how we worship God. And so what in the hell are you doing? You're not supposed to be that one that fits into all of that. And, oh, thank you, God. It was the Hierophant. The Hierophant was a pope figure. So, again, there's more religious symbolism. So, then you have the Kabbalic symbols as well in the tarot. But that's a whole nother topic, too. You guys, whoever this is meant for, that door represents another level, a path or a way where other people are like, how did you get here? Or how were you able to That's that door. Because everybody's so busy trying to run through this one specific door. This one, everybody's like pushing to get through this one thing that they don't even see through that light. They're not able to see the door that's open and available just for them. And those that are the quote unquote expendable ones in society, right? When you're in that place where you're alone and you're by yourself, it's going to present itself. That door is going to be lit for you. Spirit. Three of Earth tried to come out, which is the Three of Pentacles. What are you saying, Holy Spirit? What are you saying? Clear this deck of all previous energies. What was that on the floor? The Ten of Air. So you're at a close and at an ending of a cycle, with the endings, recovery, and freedom representing, I feel like, an ending of pain and you being free from that pain. And it's, you know, it's all in divine timing, divine order. The King of Fire in reverse. So it might not be time of physical action or movement. Some of you guys feel kind of unmotivated, or you don't feel like you have any inspiration. Therefore, you're looking for the next step, the solution, and it kind of feels like it's not available to you. These cards all fell out. You might feel like it's not available to you. I have all these cards in this. Yeah, you have some new opportunities coming in with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Fire. So again, you might be focusing on the ways in which you used to do things and it's not working for you, and you might take it as it's not working because it's something you're doing wrong. But truth be told, what's really happening, yeah, it's like a deception, it's an illusion. And I feel like you're feeling this resistance, this challenge. And I feel like instead of seeing it for what it is, or what it looks like, Spirit is saying, because you might be looking at it one way and feeling like it's a challenge, it's something that you have to either fight against or just give up completely. And it's not either or. It's more so just being aware of what's really going on, what's really happening. So you guys might have to adjust to the energies that you're in. And being like a child, when you get back into that childlike faith and energy, when you're walking in your divine light, which is your true essence, that childlike energy and essence, that's when things start to balance itself out for you. That's where the solution starts to come in. See that boat? I feel like that boat represents opportunity. That represents movement. And there's all these butterflies surrounding this child. All of these beautiful renewals and new beginnings and transformations that's taking place right now. You can't see it yet. There's three cards talking about creativity. Look, she's in the woods. She ain't got no door, but she's in the woods. Matter of fact, all these babies is in the woods. So that light is about to guide somebody to a synchronicity or a sign. And it's going to lead to an opportunity. The word opportunity came out twice. You're going to know what to do. You got to be in your childlike faith and energy. Then you have the World card. There's a cycle that's closing out. You're at a completion of a cycle. It's coming to a close. It's coming to an end. And this is a time for you to celebrate. Somebody's grandma is around them and congratulating them on the other side. It has been helping you this entire time. You're not doing this by yourself. You feel like you're by yourself. You are not by yourself. You're being supported. So some of you guys, this is a feeling of rejection. And just like, what's happening? What am I not doing? And it's because Spirit is like, I'm trying to make way for the new for you. And you're going to find the creative solutions that you need. But right now, the reason why you don't maybe have the same motivation or the same passion or able to find that creativity is because I feel like Spirit is kind of challenging you and pushing you or at least encouraging you, I should say, into the direction of trust and faith. So that you're able to see. You're able to see what is available, because it's not going to come in the same form or the same way that you thought it was going to. Someone, look at the bottom of the deck. There's a door. And what do you know? It has angel number 44 on it. Someone is occupied and too focused on the structures, the normalcy, or what people call normal, or just being too fixed in energy or too focused on the material. Just kind of distracted, not being able to see. See, if you get caught up in this world system, you get caught up in the superficialities of things, you're not going to be able to see this door. And the door is locked until then, until someone comes out of that energy, because this is not this path right here, that is not for you. What's behind that door is only for you. And I feel like, you see how she's filing her nails? It be the things that you least expect. It be right in front of you, right in your hand, the things that actually will open the doors for you. But I also feel too that for some people that it might not be for them. So let's say for some people that, you know, you watch on social media and you think that everything is so easy for them and life is so sweet. Oh, they're on yachts. They are, you know, they seem to have all this money, or you're watching these, you know, these, I don't know, I'm getting more like people in the entertainment world, or even like social media people that get paid to, you know, be on these platforms, you know, social media influencers. Thank you, Spirit. Social media influencers and entertainers, and you get caught up in that world and looking at it. That file is like, I don't know why I'm getting this, but I'm getting like some people might try to infiltrate something that's not for them. So you better believe that whatever that door is that is for you, that no one else saw, no one else even thought to look towards or look at, they're going to want a piece of that. They're going to want to get in on that. And they're going to try to get in a way that is unethical. So if you think of it this way, like, yeah, that nail filer she's using could actually be like, you know, when you need to escape a situation, and Spirit reveals things around us that we would least expect to get us out of the circumstances. That key can be a representation of that. But I'm also getting another meaning that those that are of the world, they're going to try to pick and break in and infiltrate a space that they have no business. Because that door does not belong to everybody. It's going to be something that everybody at once looked at as something like stupid, or it was lame, or it was just, it's new, so no one even thought of it as something. You might be way ahead of the game. You may be way ahead of your time. Sometimes that is the thing. If I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to remember the movie, because I vaguely remember it. I didn't even watch it all the way, I don't think. I watched it, I've seen the ending, but I don't remember all of the details of the movie. But if I'm not mistaken, nobody really was all that interested in Will Smith's invention in the movie that I was just talking about. What is it? Oh my God. I'll be losing my train of thought sometime when I be channeling The Pursuit of Happiness. I don't think they were all that interested in his invention. Like, they didn't really see usage in it. So it wasn't until, I think he did have an interview, but it just didn't go well. It didn't go well or something. But it was that last scene where it was the breakthrough for him. So that thing that he created wasn't popular. You know, other people turned it down. They overlooked it. So what you have inside of you, your gifts, what you represent in life, whatever that may be, it's not going to fit everybody. And they're not going to get it until maybe later. So certain inventions and things from our ancestors and so on and so forth that were brought to the world in society, some people might have thought they were freaking crazy. So whatever you and whoever you are in this society, it might be not everybody's flavor yet. You might not be everybody's flavor until that one person that has the eyes to see, be like, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try this out. I'm gonna taste this out. And then they get a little taste, and then they say, hey, this person over here is popping. I want what he or she is selling. And I'm not talking about like finances and stuff. I'm just meaning like just you, who you are, your essence, your energy, everything about you, the extension of you, everything. Then it's going to catch on to everybody else, and they're going to try to get in on that, or they're going to try to duplicate that, or to figure out how you did it and where you did it. And they might even try to duplicate it in a way that they have no business doing that. And I see it all the time. But certain people that are popular, they be stealing people's ideas on YouTube because they know that, I'm going to speak for the tarot community, that the baby, I'm not baby channels, because some people that just started the channels, they be popping immediately. I'm sure it just depends. But for those that, let's say, you don't really have that many subscribers, and I'm not talking about just readings, because I highly doubt everybody that watches my channel, if you have a YouTube, that you're doing tarot readings only. Some of you guys, that might not be your thing. You might watch them, invest in them, but you're not a reader. You might have another type of content or channel with different content on it. And you have a channel that is just getting started, a baby channel. Or you've been on here for a while, but you don't have that many subscribers. And I've seen this. And I'm not going to be messy. I'm going to exclude myself out of this. But I've seen people say that other people are stealing their work. And because they don't have as many subscribers as them, it's easy for them to get away with it. Celebrities do this all the time with music. They steal, many are, you know, local artists, not so known artists, ideas, lyrics, beats, style. They jack it and make it their own. Or they have, I wouldn't say them specifically, but they have people in their team that, you know, go out and see something popping, and then they go report it. Or a producer duplicates the sound, or the record label says, hey, we should market her in this look or this style, and they completely jack somebody's look. That happens. So it might be that people are going to try to do it, but it's not quite the same. And you are going to get your just due and your recognition for what is yours. So what the divine has for you, though, is not going to be able to be stolen or duplicated. It's going to be your very own. It's going to be your very own. And it's okay to have inspiration from other people and give credit where credit is due. But it's only when people just do things very sly and underhanded that, you know, is wrong. And that's what gets me. But I have seen it, and I have heard people say that they've had issues with people stealing their content simply because their channel isn't that big as theirs. It's easy to get away with it, with the ideas and the creativity. And it can feel like a slap in the face, because it's like, that was birthed out of me, or I put a lot of energy into this, but because I don't have such and such amount of subscribers, or because I'm not a A-list celebrity, I don't get the just due or the credit for it, right? So it is unfair. Yes, it is unjust in a sense, but that thing, that door, nobody else is going to be able to get through or see that. And that's the thing. So there's a lot of movement, and you're going to be very busy soon. And I picked this up in another reading, and I don't know which one I'm going to post first, this one or that one, but I recorded it the other night. But you're going to be very busy very soon. It's going to be a lot of movement, and it's going to be a lot of widespread energy. I'm hearing widespread. I don't know what that means. There's a sacred door that is just for you. Just for you. And it is waiting for you to open. It's waiting for you to see it. And it's in the midst of you feeling like you are in lack, or where you feel like what you're doing is not working. It's going to come, and it might take some time. It's not going to be an overnight thing. It might take some time to be recognized and to be seen for what it is, because it's going to be something that it's not yet here. It's not yet conceivable to others yet. And you might be a walking manifestation of that, and people don't even see it. What is it? Ears haven't heard. What is that scripture? Eyes have not yet seen, nor ears have heard. Neither have entered into the heart of the man the things which God has prepared for them that love him. That is the scripture that just came to me. 1 Corinthians 2:9. Eyes have not seen, nor ears heard. Neither have entered into the heart of a man the things which God has prepared for them that love him. So that is the reading. I know I'd be like, some of y'all be like, this half would just be. So to break that down, because I know that probably is like, what does that mean? So if you look at, let's see, I'm gonna look up, because they have different versions, like to help modernize the scripture a little bit. So it says, for no one has ever seen or heard of a God like you who does such deeds for those who put their hope or their faith in you. So people are going to be mesmerized, shocked, because they've never, it's like this door, this is a divine door. Like, the world cannot create this. The world cannot do that. It's just like, how did that even happen? How did that even pop off for you? Where? How? God did it. That was a quick insider. I just thought about something. Yeah, God did it. Yep. Yeah. Yep. No YouTube check. No Instagram check. No TikTok check. Whatever check. Whoever. I don't know what other. I just use that as a reference because that's where most of people get their checks from. The bread and butters. So something is wrong with me. But it's not to say, because I feel, see, the thing is that people can be amongst those in the world but not be of it. So you could look at someone that is in the mainstream media or someone that is popular here on YouTube, and you think because they have all of this money, or they're going on all these trips or these award shows or these endorsement deals or whatever, that they don't still feel awkward, they don't feel expendable. Because I've seen some that haven't even done anything to anybody always be judged, always be made fun of, kind of just picked on for no reason, hated for no reason. You don't think that they go, because, you know, everybody's human. No matter the level of influence, like I always say, or the amount of so-called wealth, it doesn't matter. So where they're in that arena, that world, and they still feel like they're ostracized, or they feel misunderstood, or they feel like they have to fit in order to get ahead, and you might look at them like, oh, well, no, that's so-and-so. Well, you don't know what they go through behind closed doors. So this isn't just for those that, you know, because like I said, everybody's plight is different, and we don't fully understand someone's plight unless, you know, we walk in their shoes. So anyone could really feel rejected, whether, you know, you could be loved by the world for your talents and your music, your beauty, or your products, or your teachings, or whatever, your art. But what if you feel like you never fit into your family, or your parents never approved of you, but they more so approved with the son or the daughter that went to law school instead of becoming a rapper, or becoming a model, or just didn't go in the way, or just became a artist rather than deciding to go to a college, right? So you never know what people go through. And the expendables are those that don't fit. They just don't, no matter how hard they try. And it's because you're not supposed to. And eventually other people will catch on. It was, you love Freddie Mercury over here. My sister's in love with Queen. But his story is that, I think it was his father. His father didn't agree with his desires to be a musician. And it wasn't until later, you know, that parents, they start to become proud. And I think Elton John had a similar story. Not only that, he was a gay man, and so he had that with his parent, or one of his parents had an issue with that and his desire to be a musician and be famous. He didn't have people, or his parent or parents, I can't remember what it was, which one, or if it was both. And it wasn't until that he really, you know, came into him and people appreciated him for his artistry, that the parent really truly embraced him. And I think he did have an issue with his father. I don't know if it ever really, I don't know, or it was one of his parents, I can't remember. But sometimes people are not going to be able to embrace it and get it until, unfortunately, everybody else embraces you or loves you. And it's like everyone wants to hop on the wave now. And it might have to be that way for some. And I do feel like people are going to want what you have. They are. And it's going to be like, how did you even get that? So I'm going to leave it at that, because I'm already at 34 minutes. So this is probably going to be a long upload. It's probably going to take forever to upload. But, yeah, much love to you guys. I appreciate you. Be blessed. Be safe. If you guys would like a personal reading, you guys can check out my website. I greatly appreciate it. And if you guys also are into the angel numbers, I do have different angel numbers available on my website. Here's the 444 one for you guys. Yeah, check out my website. I appreciate you guys. Much love. Be blessed. Be safe. Take care.